I'm Enzo, and this is
David.
I'm Shane.
And I'm Janelle, and this is our kinesiology project based off of Power Clean. Let's get started.
the first step of the power clean will be the starting position. You will stand with the feet placed between hip and shoulder width apart with the toes pointed slightly outward so the knees track directly over the feet. The next step will be to squat down with the hips lower than the shoulders and grasp the bar evenly with a shoulder width pronated grip. In addition, you would need to position the arms outside the knees with the elbows fully extended and pointed out to the sides. Furthermore, position of the bar should be approximately 1 inch in front of the shins and over the balls of the feet. Just before liftoff, observe the preparatory body position and lifting guidelines to place the body in the correct position to lift the bar off the floor. Exact positions of the torso, hip, knees, and bar are related to the lifter's body, segment length, and lower body joint flexibility. An alternative exercise is the hang power clean, which begins with the bar just above the knees instead of on the floor. The next phase after the starting position will be known as the first pull. First of all, while beginning this exercise, you should extend the hips and knees while keeping the torso angled constant in relation to the floor, and do not let the hips rise before or faster than the shoulders, and keep the back neutral or slightly arched. In addition, you should maintain full elbow extension with the head in line with the spine and the shoulders over or slightly ahead of the bar. Lastly, for this phase, you should keep the bar as close to the shins as possible. The barbell should slide up to the thigh or remain very close to the thigh as it accelerates upward. As you transition from the first pull to the second pull, the bar should just rise just above the knees. Your hips should be trusted, and you should slightly flex your knees to move the thigh against the bar. In addition, as the knee flexes, your body weight should shift forward toward the middle of the feet while keeping your heels on the floor. In addition, you should try to maintain a neutral or slightly arched back with the elbows fully extended and pointed out to the sides. Your shoulders should be over or slightly ahead of the bar while keeping your head in line with the spine. At the finish of this transition, the body is in position for the second pull, also known as the power phase. For the next phase I'll be talking about is the second phase, also known as the power phase. From this position, with the bar on the thighs between the knees and middle of the thighs, you should start the second pull by forcefully and quickly extending the hips, knees, and ankles. The bar should pass as close to the torso as possible. In addition, keep the shoulders over the bar and the elbows extended as long as possible while the hips, knees, and ankles are extending. As the lower body joints fully extends, rapidly shrug your shoulders. In addition, the elbows should be kept extended and pointed out to the sides during the shrugging movement. Furthermore, as your shoulders reach their highest elevation, you should try to flex the elbow, which begins to pull your body under the bar. Also, you should try to continue to pull with the arms as high and as long as possible with the elbows moving up and out to the sides. Lastly, during this phase, the upward momentum from the triple extension will result in an erect or slightly hyperextended torso and head. And your feet during this phase may come off the floor. The last phase of the power clean is known as the catch phase. The catch phase of the power clean ends with the bar on the anterior deltoids and clavicles. During this exercise, it should resemble a front squat exercise. As the second pull ends with the bar at maximal height, pull the body under the bar by rotating the arms and hands around and then under the bar by flexing the hips and knees to approximately a quarter squat position. In addition, the feet will regain contact with the floor in a slightly wider stance in comparison to the starting position. The bar should be caught at the anterior deltoids and clavicles with the head facing forward, your neck neutrally or slightly hyperextended, your wrists are hyperextended, elbows are fully flexed, upper arms are parallel to the floor, your back should be neutral or slightly arched, your feet should be flat on the floor, and your body weight should be over the middle of the feet. The bar should be caught with the torso almost fully erect and the shoulders slightly ahead of the buttocks. This position, which parallels the body position during the beginning of the downward movement of the front squat, allows the bar to be directly over the center of gravity. If the torso is too erect, the momentum of the bar will push the shoulders backwards and hyperextended, which can result in a serious risk of injury. After gaining control and balance of the bar, you should try to stand up to a fully erect position, and this will conduct the power clean exercise.
One common mistake athletes make when performing the power clean is also a mistake seen in the deadlift. During the starting position and first pull phase of the power clean, the athlete's hips come above the shoulders. This causes the back to hyperextend to pull the bar and could potentially cause lower back pain or spinal violations. The power clean should primarily involve the extension of the knee and hip, with most of the power being generated by the quadriceps femoris, hamstrings, and gluteus muscles. When the athlete raises his or her hips prematurely, he or she will compensate by activating most of the force from the erector spinae. The athlete may correct this mistake by correcting his or her starting position. This is by having a lifted chest and straightening the back so that it is neutral and not hyperextended or rounded. Additionally, the athlete must concentrate the weight of the bar on the back of the heels and pull the bar upwards along the shins and anterior thigh during the first pull. This will allow the athlete to generate most of the force from the lower body and avoid premature hip movement.
Go.
Another mistake of the power clean is a stiffened or improper catch position. This happens when the athlete grips the bar too tightly during the catch phase. Other factors of this problem are mobility issues and not having enough confidence to drop the bar onto the shoulders. To correct this mistake, the athlete must loosen his or her grip and lift the elbows up towards the ceiling to allow the bar to land on the shoulders.
Start.